Hi everyone, and what we're doing today is just solving a few quick problems involving while loops. Now, if you're already at the stage where you're thoroughly familiar with these, you don't need to put yourself through this ordeal. However, for those who are sticking around, here are the problems. So problem 1 is print all numbers between 25 and negative 20 counting down. I'm just going to paste that as a comment here. Right, let's save this as while.py will do. And let's set up a count variable starting at 25. Now, to set up the while loop, we obviously need a condition which will cause the loop to end. So the loop is going to keep going while the count is, let's say, greater than or equal to negative 20. And then all we need to do is print count and then knock 1 off count. And that should be all that we need here. Now, because I'll be doing all of these problems in the one file, let me just print a line of asterisks just to separate things. Now remember, with print you can multiply it, so asterisk times 100 should give us 100 stars. Right, so we have 25 and we have all the numbers up to and including negative 20. Super. Right, problem 2. Print all numbers divisible by 4 and 6, which are between 1 and 20. Right, so this time we'll start our count variable at 1, and the while loop is going to continue until count is equal to 200. So it keeps going while count is less than or equal to 200. Now, we're not obviously printing every number here, we're only printing the number if count is divisible by both 4 and 6. So what we want here is if count mod 4 is 0 and count mod 6 is 0, in which case we will print count. And then we need to outdent here outside the if statement or if code block, and still inside the while loop we want to add 1 to count. Right, and that should be that. So again, let's just do a line, line of asterisks. And if we run it again, so we're just looking at this here, and you can trust me, that is correct there. All of these numbers are divisible by both 4 and 6. Fantastic. Okay, so the third and final problem. Keep asking why until response is because. So this is meant to be kind of like if you were talking to a very small child. So that's fine. Now what we want to do here is we want to initialize response to an empty string. Now we've done something like this before, I'm pretty sure. This is often referred to as a sentinel variable. Now, as you've seen, it would cause a problem if we try and refer to that variable in our program before we've defined it. So that's why we do this. We set it up as an empty string. And the condition for the while loop here, the while loop is going to keep going while response is not equal to because. Now let's actually do response.lower just in case somebody enters because with a mixture of lower and uppercase letters for some reason. So while the response is not equal to because, we'll just basically get an input from the user and assign that to response. Well, actually, let's do it on separate lines. I think that might look a little bit better. So we'll just print y and we'll say response equals input, like that. And when eventually the response is because, the loop is going to end, and we'll just print okay then, because that's the kind of thing that a small child would say. Right, so again, I think we're done, but we'd best test it to be sure. Not much point in clearing the terminal, to be honest, because we're going to get a full screen anyway. Right, so right at the bottom you can see we're getting the flashing cursor. So if we just say behave yourself, keeps asking why no matter what we type, but let's just test the string method that we put in there and put a mixture of letters. So that should end the program. And it does. Right, so there we go. We've solved all 3 of our problems there. Now, next up, we're going to move on to introducing the for loop, which I actually prefer over the while loop. No offense to the while loop, but I do prefer the for loop. So you can look forward to that. And thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.